He's intent on winning the Team Neebs this time.
Team Neebs. All right. Well, let's see. Hopefully they could pull out the W here.
Well, obviously we've seen a lot of weapons here so far. We've seen gadgets and things, but maybe people don't know all the weapons that are on offer. So, first of all, you've got semi-automatic rifles. You've also got SMGs, LMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles, and you've got some pistols in there as well. So there's a full set of weaponry, just like you'd expect from a Battlefield game.
Yeah, we were talking about it before just a little bit. You know, the gadgets, you're going to see anti-vehicle grenades for the assault, trip mines for the support, as well as ammo bags for the support.
Correct.
You're also going to see the medic bag and the revived syringe, which you may have caught a couple times in some of the videos for the medic position. And then you have the signal flare, which spots enemies for the sniper. That's quite exciting stuff. And then the rocket gun for the assault. Now, we haven't seen rocket gun be used just yet, but essentially what it is, it's exactly as it sounds.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a rocket gun, but in order for you to fire it, you have to go prone.
Or you can set it up behind cover, and then you can use it as a resting point, and then you fire it. It really does have some extreme power behind it as well. So if you can use it effectively, you've got the opportunity to do some serious damage.
And then the last thing I want to talk about are the anti-vehicle rounds.
Yes.
From the sniper.
And I actually had a chance to use these earlier when we were setting up the gameplay arena. And well, you can, as it says, you can do damage to vehicles with your sniper rifle, but you have to sacrifice your weapon, really, because you change and you move from firing normal rounds into using something that is purely designed to take down vehicles. Now, obviously, it's nowhere near as effective as like the anti-tank grenade, but you've still got the opportunity as the scout class to, or just honing in on a gunfight there, but you have the opportunity to maybe help your team take down a vehicle. You could take it down if it had a little health left, but you still feel like you've actually got a chance in that fight between you, just one infantry player and a massive tank.
And I have to say, man, X Factor has been so impressive. He's been a one-man army, going for the tanks, going for the close-range gameplay, even playing some range. And just look at the way that he is absolutely lighting up the other team. They are approaching him from all angles, and he is holding it down. I believe this is his teammate as well. No, that was not. It was evidenced by that there. So that was Doom 49 coming in hot with that pick. Good stuff by Doom there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at all the concentration here. All of it going straight into the game. Every one of them intent on getting the points that they want, trying to capture those objectives.
Yeah, and also I just want to highlight something too. So you guys may have noticed that you see a couple doors, scattered about. And here's the good news. There's this really cool and a good revive there. Nice.
Fantastic. Nice to see.
That was going to be Matt there with that revive. So I just want to note, one of the coolest things that they added in Battlefield 1 is the charge through a door. So you close the door, you think to yourself, man, I have security. I feel good, Westy. I'm protected. No, you are not protected, my friend, because I can charge right through that door and say, here's Johnny. It's awesome. I love it.
You don't have to stop at the door anymore, which is actually a limitation of some of the older games where you had to wait for the pop-up to come up, and then you could open the door again. You could, of course, blow the door off and then not have that option, but now you've got literally just charge straight through it, full speed, and you don't have to slow down, and the enemy doesn't have that chance to get away anymore.
Great shots there.
A little bit of a bombing run.
Oh, nice. Not bad. And again, they have so many great players here, from guys who come from the Battlefield community, popular content creators, and of course our celebrities that are here playing today. So you're seeing just a diverse mix of skill here. But what's really cool and always impresses me is air gameplay, man, because I can't control a plane to save my life. It is like the saddest thing. Someone watched my stream. I remember one time I hopped into a jet, and then the jet blew up the second I got inside of the jet. I didn't even know what I did. I have no idea. I did it. I said I committed. I took myself up. Wesley, please. I don't know what to do here, man.
Well, looking at this, I mean, we were looking actually at a semi-automatic rifle there, and you have to load every single bullet. So, you've got to be really careful. If an enemy's sort of hanging around, maybe you don't want to fully load all of those bullets, and maybe you want to switch to your sidearm. Might be a little bit more helpful in that situation.
Yeah, and the sidearms, too, they have a lot of kick to them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
in previous Battlefields, I would be able to whip out the sidearm and get some reasonable shots at a distance. This time around, though, not the same thing. That gun has a lot of kick to it, as do a lot of the weapons in this game. You know, they have a lot of kick. You know, a lot of different bullet drop as well as drag. There's just a lot of different gameplay mechanics at play here. And also, you had mentioned before, or you alluded to it, Wes. You pointed to me, the airship has arrived. Yeah,
it's coming back in again, so we might get a shot of that in a minute. And actually, what we should do is maybe just go into a little bit more about the airship and maybe see if we can show some of the power that it possesses, because it was good to see like people firing off some of those shots, showing what damage it does on the ground. Be interesting to see.
Feels bad, man. No, he's typing in.
Here it comes.
Bad,
Here it comes.
It's great.
And one thing that I think we will mention about this airship is that it is fully controllable by the player. Now, in the past, you might have noticed some of the bigger objects in Battlefield games, but this one is fully controllable by the player. So all that power, you can take it wherever you like. But obviously, it's a huge object in the sky. It's not like it can turn around in a couple of seconds. So if you want to go somewhere, you better pick that out in your head just as you start using it and then head for it. Don't change your mind, because it takes a long time for it to move around. And you could obviously get taken down by that point and not be as effective.
Also, I want to note too, you saw when he picked up the, you picked up that mounted machine gun there.
Yeah.
Visibility, right? A lot of these weapons, even when you talk about the airship, right, and like what it's able to do, what it's not able to do, it's still a behemoth, right? But, at that time, right, visibility was very limited. It was all about protecting yourself. So you'd see like shielding like all over the place.
Yeah.
Even like some of the armor that you would see back then, because they actually wore full armor in World War I.
Yep.
It was insane, right? Especially with the weaponry that was at play at the time. But it was like just the concept of running around with just full-blown armor. And even for those mounted machine guns, you see the, just the visibility, the lack of visibility that you have. It's a trade-off for such a powerful weapon.
Correct. I mean, that's something that you will note all the way through Battlefield 1. I mean, even looking at it here, you can see this tank's just pushing its way on through, but there are certain areas where you're like, right, well, I've got to try and get this tank out of a tiny little gap that I've got myself stuck in. It can't turn very quickly, it can't move very quickly, so you really need to be ready for the situation. You've got to learn how things really work. Like the semi-automatic rifles, for example, once you fired all those shots, you've got to individually reload, where an SMG might be better because you just pull out the magazine and pop another one in, away you go. So there's all these different, like, sort of intricate little things here that will come into play. And I think that because it's still the Battlefield game that you know, but it's just a little bit different, and it's a little bit, I think it feels better.
It's guys, I'm not even kidding, this game is like,
look at this,
nuts.
You see the top mounted magazine there getting right in the way, like what you were saying. It's like, people thought that was the best way to do things. We'll get it top loaded so it's easier to fit a new magazine in. Oh, well, it's right in the middle of my face. So, it's just one of those things.
Yeah. Now, of course, we have just an update to the score there. It seems like the German Empire is doing a really good job continuing to rack up points. We have just under, I believe, like 3 minutes or 4 minutes for this game before it concludes. And a great run here with the plane. Does a substantial amount of damage there, coming back in for another run. And there's a lot of things that we can cover about this game. You're even seeing it here, actually, when X Factor was looking at it. You can see that wherever there's an explosion, right?
Oh, we got taken down.
That's unfortunate. Big Star just ran him over. So, one thing to note, when a tank, explodes, right? When you shoot a shell into the ground, that ground now actually changes shape, right? It's fully deforming. Like you can just lower the ground a little bit to give yourself just a tad bit more cover. And now we're starting to see the rain come into play. So it started off as a beautiful sunny day in St. Quentin Scar,
and now it's raining.
Oh, but rain is beautiful in this game.
Well, I mean, like we were saying, this changes visibility. And for people like pilots in the sky even, like, you're having to drive through rain now, maybe you haven't quite got the visibility on that other plane that you were looking to try and take down. Perhaps you need to change up your tactics, try and take people down on the ground instead.
Here comes the rain, folks, and look at that sight.
It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at all the background imagery as well. Look how far you can see. You can really see, like, the battle beyond what you're playing is going on in there as well.
That's actually pretty cool. That was a good shot. Way to go, production team. Good job. Good job.
The airship doesn't appear to have been damaged all that much, and again, it's the British Army that have got it. So
they're doing quite a bit of damage. As a matter of fact, you see those gondolas there, right? They actually host mounted machine guns.
Yeah.
You can shoot down those gondolas individually.
Yeah.
They will come crashing down on the ground. So there's just like carnage everywhere. Level cap though. Got shut down.
If you've got an extreme, well, if you think you've got good aim and you want to take the sniper rifle, it is actually possible to kill the people sitting in those gondolas without taking it down. You can take them out from the air, on the airship.
Oh, look how much damage is being done now.
Oh, it looks like it's about to go. Oh,
yeah.
Or is it just the front? Is it coming down?
It's coming down.
I think it's coming down again.
This is certainly not looking good for the airship. This was a UK airship here, and just the damage being done all the way in the distance. Look at that there, folks. All the way out there. This guy, he's nowhere. Snowmountain's nowhere near it, but it doesn't matter. Look at that. Just
It's gone completely down.
Oh, man.
But it comes down in a different position. It didn't come down there in the last game.
The farmland, man.
Yeah.
Think about the farm.
You've got a little bit jutting into some, like, the town area here, so you can see it's done some damage to the buildings, but it fell in a very different position, so it may not change that location as much as it did before.
Yeah, before it was like smack dab in the middle, right? I mean, you know,
it was actually a very well placed one, considering I think the production team got a good shot with that one.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh, this guy's just biding his time because there's an enemy tank out here.
And so it is. Oh, he has the tank grenade.
Yeah.
Oh, he threw.
He might have cancelled it.
Yeah, he had to cancel.
Something that you will notice, look at the weapons here. Because it's raining, you've actually got water falling on the weapon. You can see it there on the magazine quite clearly, that it rests on the weapon, so all the visuals are changing as the weather changes. So not only can you not see as far, but the weapon that you're looking at, it actually has got rain all over it, just like you would expect if it was raining and you were outside.
Oh, gets the tracks. Oh, nice job there. Trying to get a pick here. Wiz Khalifa, though, is going to fall down, and that was going to be Gavin who picks up this stop.
Look at that intense face right there.
You know, so intense. And here comes another bombing run and perspective from the plane.
First, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Look, you can see all the movement in front there by the propellers. That's absolutely incredible.
That nice.
No! He hit the tree. I don't think he's quite got the power to get going again.
No,
he didn't.
And it's just blown up. And there you have it, folks. The German Empire reigns supreme once again. Snoop Dogg raising his hand in victory. Congratulations to them.
Well, that's is that 2-0 now?
That's 2-0. But here's the thing, guys. We know that you want to watch Battlefield gameplay. We know that you want to see some of your favorite content creators, some of your favorite celebrities duking it out. So you know what? We got to run it back.
Yeah, I think we can let them do that.
One more game. Why not? Right? I was told we're going to do 3 games. I'm here for 3 games. We might as well just get it done.
Yeah, we may as well. Look at all the teams just getting ready for their 3rd round now. It's interesting to see because, like I said, it's like a sharp pit in here. All these amazing players all in one room playing Battlefield 1 together. So you're seeing, like, the most elite players playing. And it's interesting to see because sometimes you might be playing at home and it might be very different to what you're seeing today, but you're definitely getting to see everything that you possibly could about Battlefield 1.
Yeah, and for those of you guys who are here at EA Play, you're going to be able to play this game. It is awesome. I'm telling you, like, when you pick up, or when you pick up the controller or you pick up a keyboard or mouse, or, of course, you can't really pick it up. When you put your hands on a keyboard or mouse, you pick up a controller, you get what I'm saying. Anyway, when you do that, you're going to feel it right away. It just, the experience is certainly there. The weaponry, too, it's really diverse, which is super fun.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, each class, you can definitely say it feels different to play with those weapons. Like, you've got the SMGs, you've got the semi-automatic rifles, you've got the LMGs, you've got sniper rifles. So there's lots of different types of weapons available in there. They're very distinct, so each class definitely has its own role.
All right, can the United Kingdom come out on top here is the question. We're going to go into our final game of the show, or 4 Battlefield squads. Of course, guys, just an FYI, we have a lot of cool stuff coming up after this as well. We have post-show coverage, so we're going to talk to the Titanfall crew. We're going to talk to the FIFA and Madden crews as well. We have a lot of fun surprises there, so make sure you guys tune in for that. That's going to be taking place after Battlefield squads. But in the meantime, though, our final game here, Wesley, can the United Kingdom squad come out on top?
I think it might be a clean sweep for the Germans. And, you know, it's just because they've got the advantage. In their heads, they're thinking, yeah, we're already 2-0 up. I think we can win this one. But, you know, the plucky Brit may come around and they might win a round. You never know.
Keep in mind, Team Stone Mountain versus Team Neebs.
Yeah.
Team Stone Mountain looking fantastic.
Neebs just needs to, you know, they need to pull it out of the bag. They need to get that win on the scoreboard.
Dare I say, he's got to pull a Stone Mountain, get the troops in line.
Yep.
Get everyone ready. You know, believe in. You know, advance to the objective. PTO, push the objective. Get the points on the board. Now it's time. I just heard someone just yell.
Was that in the game or was that here?
No, I'm almost certain that was someone in the crowd. I think it was AC Bongos actually yelled out loud. He has a very bellowing yell, you know, just sound like real
very
Sparta-like.
commanding voice.
Yeah, real 300-ish. Here we go, folks. Into the gameplay. We're going to see some rifle gameplay now.
Just look at the scope. Look how beautiful the weapon looks. It's one of those things I like to play with a sniper rifle quite a lot. It's a real, like, it's a role where, like, if you get the kill, you feel like you really deserve it. And now when you look at those weapons, you think, wow, that's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, the detail.
Talking about detail. Look at that explosion.
And you see right there the ground deformation that happened when that tank blew up. It sent, you know, obviously just shaped the ground underneath. Oh, no!
Bayonet charge!
Oh, no!
Got him! Got him!
Oh, Jesse Wellens, you poor thing. I'm so sorry.
That was really cool to see, though.
But that was so entertaining.
But what we were talking about is that the bayonet charge is like more than a sprint. You're going into a mad rage, like you're going to take this player down. And right there, I think that's the first. Oh, are we going for another one?
No, never mind.
Oh, I didn't quite get there.
Nah.
Oh. But then you can see, right, it's a trade-off, isn't it? If you're going to push yourself, if you're going to go for that bayonet charge, you can't do anything else once you've committed. So there's a chance you could get taken out. I mean, he runs up to the window, he tries to kill the guy gets away, and, well, then, obviously, you need to pay the price.
Yeah, no matter, like, what terrain, you know, like, if you hit a wall, right, essentially, is what I'm trying to get. If you hit a wall, you're stopped, right, in your tracks. There's nothing you can do. You're slowed down. You can't sprint again. You can't do anything. I believe you could still shoot your gun, though. I think you can still do that. You can still make sure that happens to defend yourself. But any kind of mobility, though, becomes, you know, severely limited, which, of course, is an issue if you're in the thick of things. If you're right in the heart of the battlefield and you go in for the charge, you can pay the price if you don't get that one.
And obviously, if you're going for the bayonet charge, you're focusing on that player, so you might forget that you can still fire your way, maybe get yourself out of the situation, but you're going for that player, so you're intent on getting them, and sometimes you just forget those things.
Yeah, very true. You know, we covered a lot of elements in the game here, and I know that, you know, the community, I'm sure, has a lot of questions about what you can and cannot do. I believe some weapons also have different firing options as well.
I believe so. I think
there's like a couple that I played. It was one that could do single shot, and one that could do automatic fire. So there's some of the weapons, you know, mechanics that you guys are familiar with in other Battlefield games, you know, are certainly there for you to be able to switch out the weaponry and or switch out the style of play, right? Whether you want to go for a more steady shot or you know,
maybe you want a little bit more ammunition, things like that. So
get in the fray.
Yep, get in there. These are some great cinematic shots. They are really good. They show off the environment really well. And obviously, you can see this bit here looking like pristine countryside. I mean, yeah, we've got a little bit of destruction down here at the bottom.
A little bit. That's quite a bit of destruction, man.
But you know, I mean, like, it was pristine when we started, and you can bet your life that it's been completely leveled by the end of the round. So.
Oh boy. Well, here's Stone Mountain trying his best here.
This is one of the actual ruined villages. This is part of the map, already ruined as it goes along. And as you go to the other side, you've got the pristine countryside. So there's a nice variation on the same map, but you can always make the pristine countryside completely flat if you want to.
Yeah, it's just good visualization, right? You know that I'm in this particular portion of the map because it looks, you know, untouched by you know, the unfortunate.
Here's the destruction we're talking about. People using this crater here as a little bit of cover. You see they drop right down, and you can take cover here behind the wall and then pop up if you want to. But those explosions allow you to change the environment a little bit more.
Losing objective Freddy.
Right from above here. Also, a couple other things too. There are certain structures that you can actually level completely, and it will create a crater underneath as well. So for people who may be concerned about, like, you know, the maybe a building completely flatlined and there's no cover. There's opportunity for that because of the ground deformation as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, if you think about it this way, the floorboards sort of crumble in on themselves and there's a bit of space underneath them. So if you crouch down, then there's still that tiny bit of wall that's been left behind and you're still able to take a bit of cover there. So you might be out in the middle of nowhere with people firing down on you, but you've got the opportunity to take some cover and maybe give yourself a little bit more of a fighting chance.
Oh, he just jumped out of that airplane.
He bailed.
So fast. He was not having any of that. But here we go. Now there's Team Stone Mountain trying to push forward, but here comes a tank here, and they're going to get a huge hit on that tank, and the tank goes down. Big plays there for Stone Mountain and his crew, completely decimating that war machine. Good work there from them.
Well, I mean, like you saw the power of the anti-tank grenade there. I mean, it looks like a small object in your hand, but it's sure got a big explosion when it goes off. And multiple ones of those are easily going to be able to take down one of those land ships.
Oh yeah, they're just deadly. But you know, I think a lot of people always ask the questions. Well, you know, how do I defend myself against tanks? So there you saw it right there. Work with your team, which is what Battlefield's all about, and you will be able to overcome those odds, even if you're just you know, just a small infantryman.
Yeah, I mean, there was a great shot there that we just went past that showed like the mudlands in between this amazing sort of countryside, and we've got what's already been destroyed. So that was a really nice shot, that one.
Just, you can look at so many portions of the map and just be blown away each and every time. And friendly airship has been deployed for the German Empire. So the United Kingdom coming back here, Wes. You said it was going to be a sweep, man. I always believe.
I didn't believe.
You did not believe.
Well, maybe they're being plucky. Maybe they're going to come back for the win. You know, we can't let the Germans get all 3 games. So maybe they've got the knowledge. Maybe they got the power to finish the job.
Oh, nice play there. Picks up one, but couldn't find the second pickup. That's unfortunate as we go into free cam mode to see the lay of the land. And there is a dogfight happening over by the fields there. Over here, we're going to see what the current objective is for this squad. Seems like they don't have much of an objective here at this time.
That's never good, is it?
No, squad leaders need to direct you know, the flow of combat.
Well, that's part of what you were saying. I mean, the team play is really important. We saw that tank getting taken down. We're seeing the capturing of a flag right here. They've just taken back the townhouse. You know, that's turning the tide a little bit back towards the German Empire, who now have control of more of those conquest flags.
Yeah, and with the airship coming in favor of the German Empire.
Could they turn it around?
They could certainly turn it around here, Westy. I would be very surprised if the UK squad will be able to stop this. If this airship is properly utilized, because, and just look at the shots raining down. Those are just hefty rounds there that are just causing destruction on anyone. And a melee kill happens just there.
One thing that we have to think about with the airship is that if you've got a lot of planes in the sky, you could all work together, take that thing down as quick as possible and stop an assault from the enemy, because obviously they're coming from behind. And now if you look at it, I believe the German Empire are now in the lead.
And there you can see a shot of the gondolas that house those heavy machine guns. We saw just how hefty those rounds looked. Certainly is something to keep in mind, as you want to focus fire on that so that you can prevent anyone from, you know, causing too much of a problem here. There is that anti-tank grenade.
Here we go. Can he get a shot on him?
That's going to be a big one. Does he get the hit?
No, the tank pulled away. The tank pulled. Although, hang on a minute.
Nice.
Look at the power. That's insane, isn't it? That's absolutely incredible. I think he might have run out of anti-tank grenades, though, which is why he's running away. That's unfortunate.
Vardok is going to get that pick. And there goes the tank.
That was a nice takedown. Oh, we got some sniping action here. Can he take him? Can he take him?
You want to take into account the bullet drop that happens over this. Oh goodness gracious! That was some great shots there, or great angles with our camera shots, whatever you want to call it. That just looked cool.
That did look really cool. He's definitely got somebody on his tail, though. You can see the bullets going past. Back with the sniping.
Okay.
He's trying to lead the shot a little bit, which is actually the smart thing to do. You might get the kill, but he missed out on the drop down there.
And the thing, sniping in this game is, you know, it's a challenge. It is, you know, it's going to take a lot of getting used to here. But here you see, he knows that this spot is currently being taken over, and I don't know if that's his teammates.
I think we might need to. he's got to try and find where the enemy player is. I mean, you can see on the mini-map, you might just be able to see that, and it's a tank.
It's a tank.
he might have a bit of trouble taking that down with a sniper rifle.
I think he realized that too. He was like, I'm just going to go back and continue sniping. I'm not going to worry about the tank. You guys deal with that. I got no time for this. All right.
Oh, there you go. That's the ground underneath the building there, so you can still use it as a little bit of cover. It's not fully destroyed yet, but there is a chance that could happen during the game.
And especially how Doom was entering that doorway there, had it not been as frantic, potentially the person that he had eliminated would have been able to use the coverage and get a better angle on him and pick him off. So Pony's been left hanging.
Yeah, we got the high five.
We got the high fives.
As long as it happens,
Yeah, I know, because then it's that moment that's gift. And it lives forever, and he'll never be able to live it down. So we averted a crisis there, folks.
Back on board with the sniper. It seems like the team actually, the team took back the windmill. So carry on sniping to his heart's content.
I don't think he's hit a living soul.
Which is unfortunate.
It's like at first, if you don't succeed, try again. Unless you're that guy, just give it a stop. Just for the time being. Move closer, maybe. Like
what you might notice is obviously all these conquest flags are relatively. They're all sort of spaced out perfectly, and. Oh, yes, actually. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we were brought up before on this, and I did want to talk about a different kind of weather conditions. We saw rain, we saw sun. Now we're starting to see the fog set in, and the fog can be quite brutal. Wes, you have experiences with that too, right?
Yeah, I definitely have. And I mean, obviously, we were looking at a map that was giving all different types of gameplay. So you had the close quarters, you had medium range and long range for sniping. Now, if you're a sniper at the top of that windmill over there, there's not a chance in hell that you're going to be able to see what's going on down in the town. So you're going to have to come out, potentially use your pistol, or maybe even swap to another class when you respawn to try and win the battle, because, well, the weather's not going to let you snipe anymore.
And keep in mind, too, that this is going to affect the airship. It's going to also affect any planes that are in the air. They won't be able to tell where the infantry are moving. They are covered essentially by Mother Nature herself. So now
we haven't got long left. We've only got a couple of. Oh,
there
Zeppelin's coming down this time.
There goes the airship. It's going to fall down, and this is not looking good. Where it's going to land is the question, and how it's going to affect the battlefield is also something of note here. But overall, though, that stop there with from the German Empire's airship, that was huge because it could have gotten out of control. The United Kingdom may have not been able to hold these points.
We've got a minute and a half left of the game, and there's only about 15 points in it. So the Germans managed to pull themselves in front, but there's still a chance that the British could bring this round in the last minute of the game, especially with the air.
Bull Shark.
That was brutal.
Bull Shark is brutal, man. He's not anyone's friend.
Well, if you look at it now, the British are in the lead, 145 to 128. They've turned it round.
Indeed they have, but they are going to be losing point A, and it seems like they might. D is being contested here. White boy can't stand a chance against Doom as he comes around the corner.
Yeah,
and
it looks
over to the townhouse. Here we go. Maybe the blue team can get this point here. This is going to be point D that was currently being contested, and they're fighting over townhouse at this moment. A lot of bodies on this point, on this flag. They should be able to get control of it.
Well, let's hope so, because if the British do manage to pull off a win, it ends up 2-1. But, you couldn't let go with a 3-0 landslide.
You just can't let the sweep happen, man. I mean, you want to go out with some dignity.
Definitely. You could win the third round, that's consolation.
Yeah.
Perhaps the tactics weren't there in the first 2 rounds. Maybe we call them warm-up matches.
Yeah, right. Those last 2 rounds didn't count. This one is the one that matters because we won. With only 14 seconds left. Oh, what a shot!
Neebs going down there.
He's so happy. That was Stone Mountain to Neebs, if I'm correct.
Was it?
I believe that was Stone Mountain to Neebs. That is awesome.
Well, maybe it's like, well, we'll let you win this one, but do you know what? I'm going to take you out anyway. And there we go.
Well, there you have it, folks. Congratulations to all the competitors. Big thank you to everyone who watched.